Hello, we are here by today showing you how to install the car backup camera system. This is the car backup camera, and this is the 4-pin mini DIN jacket. This is the cable to connect it to the car battery power. This is the red cable, is the positive pole power, and this is the black cable to the negative pole power. This is the RCA video jacket to connect to the monitor. To connect to the RCA video cable jacket of the monitor. There are 2 cable loops to control the camera setup, and here is the white cable and here is the green cable. The white cable is for the mirror image and normal image switch. So what is mirror image? It is for the backward installation on the car. When the camera is installed at the rear of the car, then the image should be like the mirror image. So our feature is the image as standard is the frontward image, and in your order it will be turned to the backward image. That is the mirror image as standard. And when you cut the white light, when you cut this cable, then the image would turn to be the backward image. So in your order, when you cut this white cable, the image will turn to be the frontward image. And this cable, this green cable, is used to be the control cable of the guideline on or off. As standard settlement, it is for frontward image, so the guideline is off. And when you cut it, it will be on. To show the reverse distance of the car when it is reversing. So this is the monitor. This is 4.3-inch car backup monitor. It is fold up. So when you are not reversing, you can just fold it up like this. And when you reverse, click this button and it will open. So now we will connect it to the power. This is the 1 meter long DC cable to the car power. This red cable is for its power. This red cable is for the positive pole power. We are now connecting it to the car backup camera power. We connect these two together. Then now it is connected to the red power. So on the car it will be the positive pole power of the car battery. And this is the negative pole power. And now also connected together. So now the red cable and the black cable is connected to the power. So now we are turning on the power machine. And now the car camera, the video cable, see, there is a mark point at this jacket. Sorry, it is this jack, and this is the point. There is a spot on it. And here there is a hole on it. Then you just connect these two together according to this mark. And now it is connected. And now we are connected to the monitor video cable. So now the whole wiring is done. Okay, this is loosened. Okay. So you can see on the screen that the camera image is shown on it. You can see it is high brightness. This is for a sunlight readable in the environment with high sunlight. Like some areas in Africa or some areas beside the seashore. It is 500 CD per square meter brightness compared to the other monitors of 250 CD per square meter brightness. It is more readable in the high sunlight environment. So this is the wiring method of the whole system. Now we're showing you the connection on the car of the car backup camera. So you see, this is the camera and this is its power cable. This one is for the positive pole power cable. On the car, it will be connected to the positive power cable of the reverse light. So when the car is reversing, the power will be supplied to the car backup camera, and then the image will be output to the monitor. And this black cable is to connect it to the negative whole power cable of the reverse lamp. So is on or off will be controlled by the reverse lamp, and then when it is not reversing, the car backup camera will be off. And for the other car cameras, like the frontward cameras or the side mount cameras, it can be connected to the car battery power, so the image will be always on. And for the side mount camera, it can be connected to the power of the left turning lamp power or the right turning lamp power. So when the car is turning to the left or turning to the right, the camera will be on. And when it is not returning, the camera will be off.
You're going to start by removing the license plate frame and mounting the camera, and then routing the wires behind the license plate and tucking them into the bumper. So now it's time to run power to the rear camera. So we've removed the rear brake light here. You can see I've got it here. And this is the reverse light. And you can check by the front, reverse is going to be clear. You come to the back, and here's the power and ground coming off of your reverse light. If you need to know how to remove your light bezel and you don't know how, it's car specific, so you want to check. Some are screws, some just pop out. So look that up. And now we're going to use these little taps. And these are real simple. They're pretty neat and easy to use. All you do, you pop them open like this, and you run your wire through like that. This part snaps shut to hold that in place. And then you're going to take your power It's this guy right here. And you feed it in through the top here. And once that's in, you grab a set of pliers here. And this little piece here, you can see it there, that gets crimped down. And that splices through the two wires and gives you a nice connection. Now when you're picking these out, there are a couple different kinds. And you can see here, this one has a gel inside it, and that helps make these a little bit more weatherproof. And since you're putting these on a car that's going to be out in the rain, I would recommend getting the weatherproof ones. Once that's done, this piece snaps closed, and you've got yourself a connection. You're going to do the same thing to the other side here. So now your wire's hooked in, you've got your power for your camera all set up. Now it's a good idea to test this before you run everything. So we're going to test it by just hooking in the monitor, throwing the truck in reverse, and making sure the monitor power's on, because it's the same adapter here, just to make sure you've got power before you start hiding all the wires and tucking them in. So once you've got that all hooked in and your taillight in place, you're going to run your power cable here for the camera down. And we're going to run it along the underside of the truck here, and you're going to want to tuck it up. And we got a lot of other wires back here, so we might as well clean these up while we're down here too. But you want to tuck it up so it's not in the way, and find your power connector for your rear view camera, and you're going to plug that in, and then you just get zip ties and zip tie everything up out of the way here so it's not dangling down as you drive down the road. So our next step here is to get into our fuse box here, and what we're going to use is one of these ADA circuits. And what this does, you take out one of your fuses, and we're going to take out one of the ignition fuses because we want this thing to turn on and off when we key the car on and off. So it bypasses out, and it gives you another power lead. And the first fuse on the right there is the existing fuse, and the one on the left there is the fused new circuit. So you are doing a new 10 amp fuse circuit. So you can look at your wiring diagram here, or your fuse diagram. You can find the fuse that says ignition. We're going to be tapping into this one up here. And it's real simple. All you got to do is just plug it in and then crimp on your power lead here. And then you're going to find something like this that mounts into the body, and that's where we'll hook our ground. So let's do that. So now you can see here we've got the ground hooked to a good ground going into the body, and then we have here the added circuit, and we are just going to take that guy, and he's gonna just get popped right in there and pushed in. And if you can see that now, there's that added circuit, and then there's the power that comes out, and that's going to run out to our screen. So at this point, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and hook everything up, even though you haven't routed all the wires underneath the vehicle yet, just to make sure that everything works before you start tucking wires and don't have a chance to get back in and fix stuff. So we can see here it works, so everything is hooked up. Now we just need to tuck wires and get the monitor mounted. Every car you work on is going to be a little bit different, but you want to make sure that you wire up all the way up to the front. Every car you work on is going to be a little bit different, but you want to make sure that you tuck your wires up out of the way so they don't catch on anything mechanical. And use zip ties along the way to make sure you anchor them. Be sure you keep this away from moving parts, suspension, and things like over there, the hot exhaust. Choose the best place to put your screen, and then run it through your dash, conceal your wires, tuck it all up, and you'll be all good to go. So now when you throw your truck into reverse, your backup camera is going to come on.
So now we are hereby showing you the difference between the frontward image and backward image. The image you can see now, it is frontward image. The screen shows the image like the eye you see. Now we're showing you how to switch to the image from frontward image without guideline on to the backward image with guideline on. Like I said, this is for the control cable of the guideline on or off. And this control cable is to control the frontward image or the backward image switch. Now we use the scissor to cut it. Now it is cut. So after we cut the double control cable to switch from frontward and no guideline to backward image with guideline, then to make the image worse like the one we wanted to, now we have cut the power to the camera and the monitor, and then we plug the power on. So as you can see now, the image is different. Now the image is turned to be backward image and mirror image, and with the guideline on it. See? On the mirror image, the image is just like the one you look in the mirror. When the object is on the right, like this, then the reflection will be on the right. And when the object is on the left, and the reflection will be on the left. So that's how the double control cable works. And now we are showing you the mounting way of the foldable monitor. This is the 3M sticker within the package. You can see it when you take this away, and it is in the bottom. This is the dashmount pad. There are two protection paper at the both sides, and when you are mounting it, just remove it. First, remove the one at the top and stick it to this monitor like this, and when it is done, then you remove this one at the bottom and mount it to the dash of the car like this.